Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Welcome back. Time now for sports news, and Olumide Macaulay is standing by to tell us about the Super Eagles' preparation for the remaining lap of the African Champions, the African Nations Championship, I should say, holding in South Africa.
Thank you, Amarachi. Welcome to Sports News, and that's where we're going to begin in football. Nigeria Super Eagles are not giving up hope of winning bronze at the 2014 African Nations Championships as they face Zimbabwe in the playoff this weekend at the Cape Town Stadium. After falling to fellow West Africans Ghana in the semi-final, coach Stephen Keshi has told his boys to finish the tournament in style in the playoffs. Besides chasing third place and the cash prize at stake, Rabiu Aliu and Ejike Uzoenyi and Ifeanyi Ede are in contention for top scorer prize. Uzoenyi is also a top favorite for the most valuable player of the tournament award, having picked the man of the match prizes on 3 different occasions. The delegation of under-17 women's national team of Ghana for Sunday's friendly international with the Nigeria under-17 girls, the Flamingos, arrived in Abuja this morning. The 25-man delegation is made up of 18 players and 7 officials, though 17 players and 2 officials arrived in Abuja, with the rest of the delegation scheduled to be there this evening. Both teams will represent Africa at the FIFA World Cup clash at the football turf of the FIFA Technical Center from 4 p.m. on Sunday. The international friendly is a 2-legged affair. The return leg will take place in Accra on Sunday, the 9th of February. And outside our shores, English Premier League side Chelsea have confirmed the signing of teenage defender Kurt Zouma from a French club, Saint-Etienne. He joins the Blues on a 5.5-year deal. Will go straight back to the French club on loan for the rest of the campaign. He may also go back there next season. The fee for the 19-year-old centre-back is undisclosed, but reportedly in the neighbourhood of £12 million.
We think he is very much adapted to the Premier League. If we don't do it now, probably we can do it in the summer, because other clubs were also very strong on him. So we did it. Now he stays at Saint-Etienne. Pre-season will join us. We'll see if it is to stay or if it is to go on loan. But he's a young player for a position where we also need the future. So, job done.
Also in the English Premier League, Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger says his team can cope without the injured players, while insisting that the rest of the squad can sustain the quest for trophies this season. Wenger maintained the quality of a team's attack can always combat a defensive side that parks the bus, so to speak. The Gunners take on Crystal Palace on Sunday in the league and know that victory will take them to the top of the table for at least 24 hours. Despite being plagued with injuries, the London-based side is yet to make any move in the transfer market, which closes today.
Prepare well the game of Sunday, yes, because we are a bit hit now by the red card of Flamini, the setback of Ramsey, because they are stable defensively, they don't concede goals, they have a very efficient game, and recently they had consistent results, so it is for us and for them, of course, a very important game.
Finally, in Sports News, Mike Hooper is to leave his role as Chief Executive of the Commonwealth Games Federation, CGF, after Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games. The New Zealand administrator was appointed as the CGF's first full-time Chief Executive in the year 2000 and since overseen Commonwealth Games in Manchester, Melbourne, and New Delhi. Hooper's decision to step down follows last week's CGF's extraordinary General Assembly in Kuala Lumpur, where the future of the organization is widely discussed, including the relocation of the headquarters from London. Hooper had joined the CGF from the New Zealand Olympic Committee, where he had been Secretary General. Thanks for watching Sports News. The news at 10 continues shortly with Amarachi.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
All the way from Sports News, talks are ongoing to raise $15 billion among member nations of the Lake Chad Basin Commission to address the drastic recession of the Lake Chad Basin and substantially increase the quantity of water in the lake. After the first meeting of parliamentarians from the 6 member nations, the Executive Secretary of the Commission, Mr. Sanusi Abdullahi, says Lake Chad, which links Central, North and West Africa, is currently porous and vulnerable. This, he adds, poses serious threats to millions of people and regional fishing, as well as livestock, agriculture and water navigation.
The issue of member states' contribution. As you probably heard the Speaker of the National Assembly of Niger mention it to the meeting. I even said the Executive Secretary knows what I'm talking about. So there is a decision by member states to give financial support to the Commission annually for running costs, and this is not coming as it should come. And in some cases, it doesn't even come. Now, once we get the support of parliaments do budget, or the executive do budget and take to the parliament. If the executive do budget and take to the parliament, and there's nothing like Lake Chad provision, if we have the support of the parliament, they will just include it. So if we have regular funding, as agreed by member states, that is one huge step to success.
Well, 5 days of peace talks over Syria in Geneva have ended with the government and the opposition trading insults at each other. The government describes the opposition as being immature, while the opposition says the regime has no desire to stop the bloodshed. Despite the tension during the talks, the UN envoy to Syria, Lakhdar Brahimi, says there has been some common ground during the talks, which should lay the foundation for more talks scheduled for February 10th. Earlier this week, both sides discussed humanitarian issues and possible ways to end the violence. They made some agreements on local ceasefires to allow access for humanitarian workers, but aid workers say the ceasefire is yet to come into effect and aid yet to get through to the many that need them. To entertainment news now, 7-year-old Nigerian pop singer Ozzy Bosco celebrated his 7th birthday with a new track featuring the more established hip-hop actor Lamborghini. Mayowa Ogundele has details on this.
Tonight on Entertainment News, Oakfield Production is bringing heavyweight actors Majid Mikel and Omoni Oboli together for a feature movie for the first time. Brothers Keeper chronicles the tales of a young woman, Rina, played by Omoni Oboli, whose life almost fell apart by a chain of incidents, including tragic deaths, infidelity, and schemes from close quarters. Also returning to the movie world is screen diva Barbara Soki from the Mirror in the Sun fame. The veteran television soap opera sensation was convinced to return to the screen by Nollywood director Ikechukwu Onyeka.
I had done 2 jobs with her prior to Brothers Keepers. So when I needed that character, I knew Barbara Soki will suit it.
Still on Nollywood, popular actor from the northern part of Nigeria, Ali Nuhu, has released the trailer for his new movie, Jinin Jikina.
I think I've tolerated enough.
Nigerian music wonder kid Ozzy Bosco has started the new year on a high note with the release of his new single, which coincided with his 7th birthday. The new single features Nigerian artist Lamborghini, and they both had the opportunity to perform it to the admiration of guests at their new office in Lagos. Now on the foreign scene, the 1985 hit film Back to the Future is headed for the London stage as a musical that is scheduled to open in the movie's 30th anniversary year, the producer said on Friday.
Hey, stop! Little girl, stop! Look, I need to borrow you.
The film starred Michael J. Fox as a time traveler who lands 30 years in the past and, among other things, introduces Chuck Berry to rock and roll. It gave rise to 2 sequels, in the first of which Fox goes into the future, coincidentally to 2015, the year the musical is expected to open. Well, that's it from me. The main news returns shortly.
And the main news again. Gunmen suspected to be herdsmen in the early hours of today killed a family of 7 in Ongwa Kajit village in Kaura local government area of Kaduna State, northwest Nigeria. Former military presidents General Ibrahim Babangida and the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Adamu Muazu, today met in Minna, the Niger State capital, over the polarization in the ruling PDP. And the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Pius Anyim, has defended the planned national conference, saying the decision is best for the country. He also explained that the purpose of the conference is not to create chaos, but to strengthen the system. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night and have a wonderful weekend.